Vusimuzi Cat Matlala has made a major revelation before the Madlanga Commission. He confirmed that he was convicted of housebreaking and theft and sentenced to 8 years in prison, but says he served 18 months before being released. Matlala also confirmed that he faced several other criminal cases over the years, although he said those cases were later withdrawn. So, what does this revelation mean for the evidence before the commission? And what more could emerge as Matlala continues his testimony? Stay with Mzansi News Hub for the latest developments from the Madlanga Commission. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Questions that were posed to you, is that correct?
Yes, I do.
I would like you to, on that file, then turn to page 8 and have regard to the contents of the document appearing from page 8. It runs until page 17. And it has in the trim lines at page 8 the word affidavit, and it purports to be your affidavit. And if you go to page 17, this is a document, an affidavit sworn to by yourself on the 2nd day of August 2026, and bears a signature above the word deponent. Do you confirm that's your signature and that the details I have read are correct?
Yes, I confirm.
Now, attached to this statement, if you go further from page 18, is a 2-page document that is referred to in this particular statement as Annexure VM1, and that would start at page 18. Do you so confirm?
Yes, I do.
And you stand by the contents of this statement as we sit here now?
Yes, I do.
Just to give you a sense of how we normally run our processes here in the Commission, as a start, we give the witness an opportunity to speak to the statement that they have submitted. They have a choice of summarizing issues or reading the statement into the record as we go along, or in fact, a bit of both. During that time, you can expect not to be engaged, or the facts that you attest to not be contradicted either by the evidence leaders or the commissioners. So you have a free run with the statement. You must, however, anticipate questions which we call clarification questions. The clarification questions will be based on what is contained in the statement, either in a particular paragraph or a paragraph considered in the context of another paragraph, just so you clarify what your eventual position is as regards a particular fact. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
So when we start, then you will have the opportunity to relate your story as you choose, and as I said, you may read or summarize. Secondly, the structure of your statement is such that you respond specifically to the issues raised in the Regulation 10.6 notice that was served upon you. So you do so with reference to the specific paragraphs in the 10.6 notice. In your statement, you deal with your response to the specific issue in a certain paragraph, but you do not indicate what was asked of you. That's correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So to facilitate the appreciation of your testimony by future readers, where you indicate that you are responding to a particular paragraph, right, you say, at paragraph 2.1.1, please allow me an opportunity to read into the record what was stated in paragraph 2.1.1, and then we deal with your response there too. Would that work for you?
Yeah, it will.
Thank you. So if then we may start at paragraph 8, and before we do so, you should have page 8. We should have from page 1 to 7 the actual 10.6 notice that you had received. Please confirm that's what you have.
Yes, I do have.
Then each time we have to go back to to the 10.6, that is the 10.6 I'll be referring to. And you are welcome to go to it just to satisfy yourself that I am reading into the record correctly what is set out in the 10.6.
Okay.
I invite you then to deal with your statement starting from page 8. I think it makes sense that you perhaps read the beginning and the first 4 paragraphs, and because from the 5th paragraph you are now responding, you pause thereafter, and then I will read into the record paragraph 2.1.1 of the 10.6 notice, and then we take it from there. Thank you.
I should start reading.
Please start reading, whichever works best for you, yes.
1 to 4, paragraphs 1 to 4.
I'm an adult businessman currently incarcerated as a remand detainee and awaiting trial. The facts deposed in this affidavit, save for where otherwise stated or indicated, are within my personal knowledge and are, to the best of my belief, both true and correct. I confirm that I was served with a notice in terms of Regulation 10.6 of the regulations of the Commission, and therefore I depose to this affidavit in response to the notice referred to herein. Where I make submissions of law, I do so on the advice of my legal representatives, which are advice I verily believe to be correct.
Thank you for that. You then have a heading at paragraph 2.1.1. That is paragraph 2.1.1 of the 10.6 notice, which, as I indicated, starts from your page 1. If we could then refer to page 2, the first 2 paragraphs are the standard preliminary introductory comments to the notice itself. But you were requested from paragraph 2.1 to provide comprehensive background information, including, and you start with your paragraph 2.1.1, and the question to you was whether you have previously been convicted of any offense by a court of law in South Africa, and if so, full details including dates of conviction and nature of the offenses. You deal with that at paragraph 5. Please read your paragraph 5.
I confirm that I have previous conviction of housebreaking and theft to which I was sentenced to an effective 8-year prison term. I served 18 months of this sentence and I was subsequently released.
We then turn to the next question and the 10.6 at 2.1.2, where you were asked whether you have ever been charged of any offense and charges were later withdrawn against you. You are required to provide details of the charges and dates when charges were withdrawn. You respond to that particular request at paragraph 6.
I can confirm that I was previously charged with offenses that were later withdrawn. I attach here to as Annexure VM1 a list of the offenses that I was charged with which were later withdrawn.
And you confirm that the VM1 you reference there is the document appearing from page 18?
Yes, I do.
Page 18 and page 19?
Yes, I do.
These are the matters you were previously charged with, but all of which were subsequently withdrawn. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. The next question to you was at paragraph 2.1.3, asking whether you are currently facing any charges, and if so, the nature of those charges and dates when you were charged. You deal with that question at paragraph 7 of your statement, if you could read that.
I confirm that I'm currently facing 2 separate pending matters as set out below. I have a pending case in the High Court of South Africa, Johannesburg, under the case number SS98/2025. I was arrested and charged by members of the PKTT on the 14th day of May 2025. I've been indicted on charges of attempted murder and money laundering, which trial commenced on the 20th day of July 2026 and shall run until the 18th day of September 2026. I'm also facing a case that is pending before the Specialized Commercial Crimes Court under case number A16/212/26. I was formally charged with corruption and money laundering on the 24th day of March 2026. I I place on record that this matter is with respect to a health risk tender awarded by SAPS to Medicare 2420 Pty Limited. I confirm that the time of submission of the bid and the subsequent award of the tender I was the sole director of Medicare 24.
Thank you. At paragraphs 8 and 9, you respond to the question posed at paragraph 2.1.4, which reads thus: when and how you first became involved in the security business and the health sectors. If you could then read your response, which is reflected at paragraphs 8 and 9.
I first became involved in the security business on or during 2017. I became a director of CAT Protection and Security Pty Ltd Trading as CAT VIP Protection with registration number 2017-177122-07. I became involved in the health sector by means of registering my company to the Central Supply Database in order to participate in the provision of services to government entities. By virtue of being registered on the CSD, my company will receive requests for quotation from the Department of Health, as this is the sector in which we had indicated as our field of trade on the CSD. It is then that company will provide the requested quotations and thereafter, upon success, provide the requested services.
Before we leave paragraphs 8 and 9, just to clarify, at paragraph 8 you deal with the company CAT VIP Protection and you give the registration number. At 9 you deal with involvement in the healthcare sector and you say you did so by means of registering your company. Just to clarify, is this the same company you registered or is this a different company?
No, it's not. It's not the same company. It's not the same.
It's a different company?
Yes.
Would you recall off the top of your head the name of the company?
Yes, I do.
Yes, if you could provide that, please.
Black AK Trading and Suppliers.
Sorry, I missed that. Please say that.
Black
Yes.
AK Trading and Suppliers.
Thank you. And would you have a recollection of when that registration on the Central Supplier Database took place?
I'll say around 2018.
2018. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
and I do accept that you're speaking off the top of your head.
Yes.
So. Thank you. We then, in your statement, moved to the question that was posed at paragraph 2.1.5, which was whether you have other business ventures outside of the security and health business, and you provide a response at paragraph 10.
I place on record that I do not have any other businesses outside of the security and health sector.
And if I may just clarify, your participation in the security and health sectors is specifically through the two companies you have named. Are there any other?
Yes. Yes.
Just the two?
Yes.
Is it not three? Medicare, CAT Protection, and Black AK?
Well,
Or are we only dealing with health and not security?
no, I'm dealing with both health and security.
So it would be three.
The Medicare 2420.
Medicare, CAT Protection Services, and Black AK Trading and Supplies.
That's for the health sector. And then CAT VIP. Do you understand the question,
I do.
Mr. Matlala?
Yes, I do.
So you confirm that's just the three
Yes.
companies
Yes.
you reference at paragraph 7.2, 8, and 9. You had no other companies through which you participated in the health and security
Yes, I
services
confirm.
sectors.
Yes.
Thank you. Then we turn our attention to the question that was posed at paragraph 2.1.6 of the notice, and the question required you to provide an explanation of your interactions or business engagements with state entities such as the South African Police Service, SAPS, and Ekurhuleni Municipal Police Department, EMPD. You are required to provide details of any companies or organizations in which you have an interest which conducted business with state entities. These details should include their establishment, business activities, directors, and any joint ventures or contracts within the state. Your response to that extensive request is in your paragraph 11 at page 10, and it's got under the heading SAPS, and at your paragraph 11, you address the issue, your relationship with EMPD. So let's first deal with your paragraph 11, which is specifically directed to your dealings with SAPS.
My company, Medicare, was previously contracted by SAPS to provide health and risk-related services. I place on record that the Medicare tender has since been terminated. As already alluded to above, I'm currently facing a criminal charge which is pending before the Specialized Commercial Crimes Court with respect to the Medicare tender. In light of the current pending criminal charges referred to herein, I'm unable to comment further on this matter in that I do not wish to give evidence that may lead or self-incrimination, and therefore I claim the privilege against self-incrimination. However, I do, wish to assist the Commission as best as possible. Safe to say that I am unable to comment on matters that are sub judice. I'm in any event entitled to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. I'm advised that this is a well-established legal principle which affords protection to accused persons in criminal matters. The exercise of my right to claim privilege against self-incrimination should not be viewed as an obstruction or unwillingness to assist this Commission. Please.
Before we turn to the issue of EMPD, just what you have stated in paragraph 11, if you are able to explain the extent to which you invoke that privilege, is it entirely in respect of your engagements and dealings with SAPS, or are you confining yourself specifically to the Medicare 24 contract?
It's in relation with the Medicare 24 contract.
Specifically, you confine yourself there too.
And anything that will have to be connected with the Medicare 24 contract.
Anything that will be connected with that contract?
Yeah, of course, okay. Yes.
Then, at paragraph 12, rather, you then deal with the issue of EMPD.
Yes.
If you could read your response.
I place on record that none of my companies were ever awarded contracts by EMPD, and that the only business that was concluded was for no financial gain, in terms of which we through one of my companies, CAT VIP Protection, provided security services to former Mayor Tanya Campbell.
And on that issue, you haven't provided it, but are you able to, if it exists, to provide any documentation in respect of the security services you provided to the former mayor? Would you have any documentation in respect thereto at hand?
No, I do not have any documentation.
Okay. Then you go to the issues.
Sorry, Mr. Matlala, we have evidence, I hope I'm not mistaken, that your company provided security at a state of the city address in Eguruleni.
Yes.
Was that a separate incident, or is it what you are referring to here?
Yeah, this is what I'm referring to.
Oh. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And before perhaps we leave that point, when we do get to the point of engaging you, I trust you'll be able to give more detail regarding specifically the security services you provided to the former mayor at a later time.
Of course.
Okay, thank you. Then at paragraph 2.1.7, the notice required you, with regards to the SAPS contract awarded to Tshwane Medicare 24, to explain the circumstances in which you came to submit a tender for the SAPS health risk management contract, including any engagements with SAPS members, whether or not they were involved in the bid evaluation adjudication process, the management of the contract once you were awarded the tender, and any gifts, sponsorships, gratification favors that you provided to any member of SAPS after you were awarded the tender. That's reflected at paragraph 2.1.7. You deal with the contents of that at paragraph 13 at page 8, if you could read that.
As already alluded to above, the SAPS and Medicare contract is a matter in which I have been criminally charged and currently attending court, and as such, I'm unable to comment on the question posed on the paragraph under reply, and the basis is that I do not wish to incriminate myself. The Medicare SAPS tender is a subject of a criminal court case, as already alluded to above. I remain an accused in that matter together with my company, and as such, evidence is still to be led in an open court with respect to this matter. I am entitled to be presumed innocent until